everyone, I'm Deanne from Newfoundland, Canada. Welcome to my floss tube channel, Stitching on the Rock. It's Monday, I think. I'm a couple of days behind where I wanted to post up. I was hoping to do it on Saturday, but Saturday and Sunday were really dull and the lighting was off, so I said, oh wait, Monday's supposed to be nice and sunny. So we do have a really nice day today, so I thought it would help with the lighting on my stitching. Pretty short video. All I have to do is talk to you about stitching, maybe a little bit of a life update, so short and sweet. Well, yesterday I got my hair cut, or Saturday I got my hair cut. I don't even know what day of the week it is. As you can tell, it'll be where I want it probably in another 3 or 4 days, but short, and I procrastinate with getting my hair cut. I usually wait 2 or 3 weeks after I really need it cut to get it done. So I like to get it cut short in the beginning. What else happened in the last week or so? My son came home sick one morning. He went to school fine as far as I could tell, and he was complaining about a sore throat, so I had to bring him home for a day, but I tested him when he got home. I tested him next morning, both negative, which was really good, and he went back to school the next day and everything was fine. So it was probably just a off day for him, and sometimes he doesn't explain that how he's feeling, so sore throat was what he used as the reason why he wasn't feeling well. On Saturday after I got my hair cut, I had to go shopping for him. He has grown out of the clothes I bought him for Christmas. He's all arms and legs. He's as skinny as a stick, but his arms and legs won't stop growing. So I had to go out and buy a couple of new shirts and 3 or 4 new pairs of pants for him. He doesn't grow out of these in 3 months. What else? Our weather has been, We get a couple of really nice days like we have today, and then we'll get snow. It'll rain the next day and it'll disappear, and we'll get another nice sunny day. So that's our spring. We don't have spring. I have a friend who moved here from British Columbia, and she always complained that here in Newfoundland we don't have spring. We go from snow to rain, and then what we call summer, which is if we get 30 for a few days, we're really happy. Yeah, that's about all that's been going on in my life. One really exciting thing that we're all really happy about is that my nephew and his family are coming from Alberta at the end of the month. We haven't seen them in 2 years. Well, my sister and brother-in-law have gone to visit them because both their sons are in Alberta. So they've gone up a couple of times to visit them, but this particular nephew hasn't been home since before our lockdown started, and his little girl is 3 now. Well, 3 going on 35. I call her Miss Sassy, but we're really excited to see them in person. And that's about it, I guess, for life and other general stuff. I haven't prepared anything about Newfoundland for you guys today, but I guess I did tell you about our summer, which is, like I said, we get 3 or 4 days. I was going to say maybe 3 weeks of really nice hot weather where we all like, why don't we have air conditioning? And then we get generally nice days, but not hot. And then come October, we're back to thinking about winter. So I ended my Mirabilia March, and I had a lot of fun. I got a lot of progress done on those, and I'm trying to come up with other month that I can put into my schedule so I can get working on specific projects. I'm kind of thinking about, well, I told you all about May, and I'm thinking I'm going to do Jolly July, or Christmas in July, because I have really no Christmas projects up around my house except one that I will bring up and show you when I get closer to July. And then I'm thinking about small September, so that I can get some projects done and completed in a month. And those are all the ones that I've come up with so far. So I'll show you my progress that I did on my Mirabilia / Nora Corbett projects. So first up, I'll show you my 2 new starts. The letter D, which I really loved. I could have spent the whole month just stitching this piece, but here we go. This is where it's ending at this point. And my color change, I think, is looking pretty good. And it's done 2/2 on 32 count Spring Garden by Silk Weavers. And my Circle of Friends, which was the one I ended off on, which is done 2/2 on 28 count Boo Linen by Silk Weavers. I don't stitch on linen a lot, but this was a piece that was in my stash that worked. So there she is. So she has a face and some hair. And then my two that I had as works in progress before I started this in March. Ada. Which is done 2/2 on a 28 count opalescent, but I don't know the color name. But I'm sure it's a Silk Weavers. So her wing, I finally got it all straightened out. Let's see. So you can see her. And I think everything is back on track. Of course, I was hoping to get both wings done, but I got the stitching done on one wing, so it's progress. And Mermaids of the Deep Blue, which I never got back to since the last video where you saw her. But I'll just show her again, and she's done 2/2 on a 28 count, and it's aqua color, and I'm sure it's Silk Weavers as well. So let me move back so you can see. Get it all in the screen. I think so. Pretty close to all of it. And then up close on the one that I was working on, which is this one. So yeah, like I said, she's right to the page turn. So when I get back at her, I'll be turning over the page and working on her fins and tail. And so, like I said last video, the 4 of them will just go back into the rotation. And when they come up, I'll work on them. And I had, since then, and since my last video, a unexpected new start. I was perusing Etsy, like we do, and came across, and I forgot to write down the name of the designer. I'll add it into the description. Can't think of it off the top of my head. But anyway, I was perusing Etsy and came across this pattern. And it's the London Underground. And it's a map of all the lines. And then there's a, tells you what each line is in the legend there. And as I've spoken about my son Aaron in other videos, that he has autism, and that when he finds a subject that he is interested in, he learns everything there is to know about that subject. So he's learned about the London Underground and all the lines and when they were added and where they go and all of that, and you could plop him down the middle of it and he'd be able to find his way anywhere. So I was very excited when I saw that chart and purchased it and started it, and it's going to be a birthday gift for him. His birthday is at the end of July, so I've got lots of time to work on it. Oh, let me get the right bag. So I have the first page of it done, and it's just done on a 28 count white even weave that I had. I know, white. I said I never stitch on white. And it's done 1/1 because I wanted it to be small enough so that it could go on his wall. It would be huge if I did it 2/2. And that's the first page done. So, for those of us who don't know anything about the London Underground, it just looks like a bunch of stitches. But he will hopefully love it. And I'm hopefully going to Priscillify it from Priscilla and Chelsea and put it on mounting board, and then find a piece of fabric that is London related either the flag or if I can find a piece in one of the stores that has other London symbols, and mount it on that in a frame. So that's that one. And then since I put that away, I've been working on, I pulled up out of my rotation Snowflake Wonder by designed by Lisa Victoria for Heaven and Earth Design, which is my little dinosaur with the snowflake. And I put in about 470 stitches in that sense, and it's 4% done, which doesn't seem like a lot. And now, let's see if I, there. So there it is. Doing it diagonally on 28 count ice blue evenly, 2/2. And I finally got down to something other than blue. That's a bit of the dinosaur. So that's been fun, and did that on Saturday and Sunday. And after that, I pulled out yesterday, and I still have it on my Q-snap, but it's Mini Hometown Hero Baseball by Donna Gelsinger for Heaven and Earth Designs, which is that one. And I've only got like 1.5% of this done, so there's not much done. But I'm also doing it diagonally on a 28 count called Sapphire Blue. So that's what I have done. And if you look at the pattern, okay, I'm doing, oops, see if I can hold it up. That red is the star on the shirt. So that's where I am. And that's what I've been working on. And that's pretty much it. Keep going with my rotation through April until I get to May, and I've decided on the design that I'm going to start first in May. So I will show you that maybe later on this month, so you can get a little sneak peek of that before the first week of May. And I don't think there's much else to say, except thank you for everyone who has subscribed, liked, commented, watched my videos. I appreciate all of you. I'm really happy that if you come back and watch another video, hopefully you'll find something that you like. I think I'm getting calmer doing them. I'm not quite as nervous as I was in the first couple. And also, while I've been stitching, well, I've been watching curling. The Men's World Curling Championship is on, and the Canadian team is from Newfoundland, so I always cheer Brad Guju's team on. Baseball season, well, spring training has started. The season starts on Friday, so I watch that while I stitch. And I've been starting to binge watch Helen D on FlossTube. Now, I'm nowhere near through all her videos, but I will link her below as well. And hopefully you'll watch her. She's from Maine. She does a lot of small projects and finishes them, and I love watching her finishes come along. And what I've seen so far. Yeah, so that's it, I guess. I'll stop rambling, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.